Hi everyone. It's been a little while since I gave a little health update, like I did back in April, and I have been wanting to let everyone know how I'm doing. Sometimes it's not easy to tell, as a lot of people are going through quite big transitions physically, health-wise, as well as all the others. We often know it's two steps forward, one step back. But since the update that I sent out in April, the universe was very, very kind, and actually sent me someone, one of our patrons reached out, who has a huge amount of knowledge. I won't go into it all here because I might do one day with her agreement, but it's been amazing because she knew a big part of the puzzle that I didn't know. And she put me in touch with a fantastic doctor as well. And using certain supplements and other things, I am, getting better. So the piece of the puzzle that I didn't know was all of this has stemmed from the original COVID that I had back in November 21. As many of you know, I had to miss a month or two then, and I was sick for about 3 months. And even though I thought I was over it and I just thought I hadn't bounced back last spring, there were telltale signs looking back now that, all was not well. I was shaking a lot. So I was putting a lot of things down, as I said, to energy, because we did have huge, huge changes of energy, just like we are doing now. And that would have certainly amplified things. The channeling would have amplified things. The energy work would have amplified things. And in my personal life with my husband, he was going through a really terrible time after a dental op had gone wrong and had to wait months to be able to find someone to sort all of that out. And so in the background, there was quite a lot of things going on. But it seems, for those of you who don't know, I didn't know this, that when the COVID not only goes into your gut and starts breaking down everything there, it also can re-trigger latent viruses. And I had chronic fatigue years ago. I've been very, very well, very, very blessed, very, very well for decades. And it's one of the reasons why I looked after myself so much. When I was around 19, 20, I had chronic fatigue for 2.5 years. And this has been very interesting because I can see now things that were re-triggered. But the biggest thing really, I feel, personally, from the physical aspect of how I'm feeling now as well, is that it attacks your central nervous system. So as you know, before I was saying it was a good old-fashioned breakdown, and what she had to tell me was about how much it actually attacks your nervous system, and talking to the doctor as well, who's working with people like myself and others with gut issues. It's very real, very physical nerve damage, which possibly in the heart, affects head, sight, but mostly I have quite intense, a lot of the time, nerve pain all around my core and my torso and everywhere else. So while I'm trying to get everything back, not back, actually, let's not go backwards, let's go forward into a place of total health and balance and well-being, the nerve signals are still not really firing always correctly, but also there's a lot of nerve damage there and there's a lot of pain. So I'm still spending an awful lot of time here in my home, and the good friends that have supported me, all my friends have supported me, I shouldn't just say the good friends that have supported me, but people have been so incredibly kind and generous, not only with their time, but with their care, with their love, with their words. And so, there's been a lot of good friends around who have made me smile, made me laugh, who remind me what's going on in the outside world. I love to live through everybody and all through all of you, all of your comments. I want to hear what everyone's doing in the world, because I'm going to be back out there soon. My mantra is, I am determined. And that's been going on for some months. I am determined to be not only completely and utterly better, but better than ever before. So I will get there. It might still take a little while. I'm really enjoying doing the meditations for you guys, and I hope you're enjoying it too. It's been quite interesting, not only putting my skills back to use, because as you know, Hazel and I are both qualified and used to teach as well as do therapy with hypnotherapy, regression therapy, life between lives, spirit release, you name it, energy healing, and all the other various trainings and things that we've been exposed to over the years, that really being able to bring them in to create these meditations, but then doing this new way, because even though my nervous system with the nerves actually damaged at the moment, it is just not safe to energetically bring through even, you know, very high vibrations, because they have to come through the nervous system. Something that I remembered only recently, and I was sharing with some friends, was when I was training, doing as a spiritual healer, which I trained for 4 years, back in my early 20s, could be even a bit before that. They didn't teach so much about chakras, but they did teach quite a lot about the physiology, and they were talking about energy healing in that particular way, of coming through guides, but also just generally healing energy to come through the body, for the body to be a circuit, moves through the chakra system first energetically, but then moves through your nervous system. And this is something I had totally forgot for like over 30 years. So there's lots of pieces of the puzzle. There'll be lots of this information. I'm making lots of notes. I am learning so much about the body physically. I've often gone through physical transitions. Nothing ever as dramatic and break me down to the absolute core as this one has. Saying that though, we've got the rest of our lives, haven't we, to live and be vibrant and be thrive and be free. So this is maybe the cocoon time. I don't really want to use that analogy for this, because I don't think it was so much a caterpillar to a butterfly, but something quite major has happened within me. And I'm just determined. Zach always says, you know, when you got lemons, make lemonade, that old saying. So I'm really, really determined to do that. So as I say, with the meditations, I just know that Zach and all the team are there. I trust so much in that, those vibrations, the invisible vibrations, let's put it that way. They've been such a part of my life, my entire life. I don't need to see them. I don't need to feel them. I'm very blessed that I often do when I can work in this, and that's how I've been all my life. But now I can just totally trust. So I put my thought out to them and they deliver. Just if you've had the opportunity yet to enjoy the Tree of Life meditation, I've done it quite a few times myself since doing it. It was quite a surprise for me when I saw this Tree of Life, and then all of these other ideas on top of the ideas that I had were coming in. And then even though I'm the one now choosing the playlist, feeling into the playlist, and gosh, it takes a lot longer than when I've got Zach doing it. It's so interesting how they are still navigating the way, and you'll find this in the different meditations, you'll find the pairing. And so Zach and the teams overlay these different energetic codings on top immediately as I finish the meditation. So when I listen to it afterwards, I can sense and feel what you guys are going to as well. So I'm going to be carrying on doing that. Hazel and I have got some ideas of other things that I can share with you. I still do really hope it's not too long. I miss it. I miss being me, the me that channels and is part of this incredible, incredible world that we're creating. But they're saying that I'm not being just a wallflower. I'm just doing what I need. My body is telling me to rest like I've never rested before. And that rest does actually involve lots of walks in nature. Trees are my biggest healer. I go to the trees whenever I can, for as long as I can. And my favorite tree friends have become even closer to me in my local park. And they have given me so much. And so whether it is with my friends, with the animals that are around, just seeing the birds on the lake, people walking their dogs, my own cat's here, my husband, I shouldn't leave him out. All of the life that is around, that is infusing me with life when I'm in an awful lot of pain and very discombobulated indeed because of how it actually feels. But saying that, I hope you can see as well, I am improving. I am improving. And I thank you for listening. I thank you for remaining being patrons. I really do believe what Leanne has brought through is such a compliment to the wisdom of Zach, and yet another sphere for people to enjoy, and all the other channels that have stepped in so beautifully. And I thank them once again, James, Lisa, Riania, you know, all of them. And I might be missing out some. Oh gosh, I'm sorry if I have, but they are amazing. And there is such a massive back catalogue there now of the Zach meditations, the Zach deep dives and chats to go through at any time. And of course, I really want to deliver these wonderful, well, I think they're wonderful, I hope you do too, new meditations as well that is coming from the heart of me, but really, really has got Zach and that whole 26 dimension energy, and just really energy that is right for us right now to really step boldly into the lives. You know, this really asks the question to me of, do you want to be here right now? And I do so much. There was a point back at the start of the year, maybe just before as well, where I really felt like I was needing to make my peace if I was going. It was incredibly serious how I felt, and looking back, I still feel that that was a real brink turning point. And all I know is I love this planet. I love this life. I'm so earthly. I've got all this galactic and cosmic energy, like all of us, in me. But ultimately, I want to be part of this beautiful world, whatever small part that can be, whether it's just being here, being now, being, and just pumping out love energy for this beautiful earth so it can thrive and so that all of us can thrive. Well, I thank you for listening. I hope I haven't rattled on for too long. And I so look forward to when I can be channeling for you again. Zach is never that far away. He's never far away from any of you. Remember, he is not my personal guide. He's no one's personal guide. He's for all of us. And a lot of people tell me they hear him in their head. He'll be there. He'll be there. He can be everywhere. And he can be everything you need on top of your own guides. And of course, on top of your own soul, which is doing miraculous things, as I'm sure you are as well. So I'm sending you love. And just like from the last meditation, kindness, love, and hope. And I will walk this walk with you all with as much grace as I possibly can as we move into the future together.